So, welcome to Cowhorn. Cowhorn Vineyard and Gardens, as some of you, likely majority of you know, was established in 2002. This was not a vineyard, it was just a large plot of land that had once been farmed for cattle, hay, kind of had a long history, but kind of a whole lot of nothing. It went through a lot of phases. The previous owners, Bill and Barbara Steele, purchased the property in 2002, and they had every intention of farming. They just did not know what that was or what it looked like, and they knew they wanted to farm biodynamically and organically. So they did, from 2002 to around 2005, years and years of testing, and that included thermal mapping, soil analysis, climate analysis. I mean, everything under the sun they did to determine what was best suited for the land that we are looking at. And in doing so, they realized that a few things. One, that was our latitude is just a little bit lower than the Rhone region in France. And that while our climate is like fairly similar in terms of we get hot, long summers, little rain, our climates were fairly similar. Our soil was really similar to that region as well. And through determining kind of all of these different factors, they realized, all right, we're gonna plant grapes and we're gonna plant Rhone varietals. So we are 90% Syrah. You're seeing Syrah in front of us. We have Viognier here. We have Marsanne, Roussanne, Grenache. We have a little Tempranillo and a little Mourvedre. And that was all planted based on kind of their findings. And the vineyard was planted in 2005, so we are a fairly well-established vineyard at this point. And one of our first goals is, of course, to expand. So we're 117 acres total and 25 acres of planted vineyard. We, just to get this part in addition out of the way, we came into ownership in about March, April. The Steeles in 2017 started. This is obviously very laborious, hard work, especially being biodynamic. You never take the easy route with things. It's always very laborious. So in about 2017, Bill and Barbara were getting a little tired. They wanted to start looking for buyers. They wanted to start selling. Sadly, all of their interest was very corporate, which with corporate interest comes basically the dissipation of all that they'd built. They didn't want to continue the biodynamics, they didn't want to continue the organics, but they knew this is great land, it's 117 acres, we want to plant more and basically can the wine. So Bill and Barbara spent years and years and years trying to find the right buyer. I, and the flip side, grew up in the wine industry. My family owned vineyards kind of all across the world. I spent my childhood working on those vineyards and growing up on those vineyards. And as I got older, I realized I wanted to get back into it. I didn't know exactly what that looked like. I'd spent a lot of time in upstate New York, and I thought, okay, maybe I'm gonna look in upstate New York. I knew I wanted to farm. I knew I wanted it to be biodynamic and organic, and to have the wine component, but also a hospitality component. I wanted to bring people and educate them in a way that was easy and understandable and didn't feel so taboo. And then, kind of serendipitously, a friend of ours and a friend of the Steeles connected, and they said, hey, our friends of ours are trying to sell this boutique biodynamic vineyard. Do you know anyone that's interested that wants to maintain the integrity of what it is? And our friend, and now partner, I can't see Grant here right now, but he's inside somewhere, brought it to me, and I was extremely interested. I thought I'd always built something from the ground up and basically allow someone else to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And this came along, already built, and I would just continue it. So I came out here, met with Bill and Barbara. We realized it was a quick fit. I fell in love with them, they fell in love with me. I was gonna maintain this integrity while then some, and expanding on the permaculture, on the biodynamics, and all that they were already doing. And just like that, they're like, great, take the reins. We've been done, we look forward to you taking it. So they stayed on for a little bit in the beginning, kind of helping through the transition, just understanding what's here. We inherited quite a lot of wine that was in barrel still. So there's been a great kind of ongoing relationship as we work through the bottling of their partial wine, our partial wine, and creating something really special, and then moving forward. So that is Cowhorn in the beginning.